You gonna buy something, kid? Or just stand there looking suspicious? The teen's shoulders tensed. He hadn't said a word. His eyes flicked toward the storefront, then upward, unknowingly locking eyes with someone watching from the second-floor balcony. Someone who hadn't been back here in years. Someone who recognized that uniform and the cruelty behind it. Before we dive deeper into this shocking story, drop a comment letting us know where you're watching from. And if you're into gripping stories like this one, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you never miss an update. When 16-year-old Jordan Daniels walked into the Glenridge Mall that Saturday, all he wanted was to kill time before his mom's shift ended. What he got instead was humiliation. What the guard didn't know. Jordan's presence wasn't the only thing being noticed. Jordan had always kept to himself. Quiet, creative, thoughtful. His sketchpad went with him everywhere. A sanctuary where he drew sneakers he'd never afford, cities he'd never seen, and worlds where people like him weren't judged by the color of their skin. His mom, Tasha, worked double shifts at the food court cleaning service. Saturdays were routine. He'd hang near the comic book store until she clocked out. She didn't want him wandering. Too many accidents lately. And Jordan knew what that meant. Still, he liked the mall's vibe. Loud, alive. Everyone moving with purpose, except him. So that day, he stood quietly outside the sneaker shop, sketching a pair of Jordans behind the glass. He didn't touch anything. Didn't talk to anyone. He just existed. And to the wrong people, that was enough. Mall guard barked at Jordan. "Hey, you." "Yeah, you with the hoodie. What are you doing?" Jordan looked up, confused. He pointed to his sketchpad, even smiled slightly. "I'm just drawing." The guard raised his voice at Jordan. "You think I'm stupid? I've seen your type lurking. Either buy something or leave." People turned to look. Jordan's heart pounded. His face flushed. The man's voice was loud, meant to shame, to display authority. A white couple near the pretzel stand smirked. A woman whispered, "Well, he does look shady." Jordan's hands trembled as he closed the sketchbook. But then, from above, a different kind of voice stirred. A woman's voice, calm but firm. "Excuse me. What's going on here?" The guard looked up. His face changed. "Oh, Ms. Whitmore. I didn't see you there." A woman in her late 40s, in a fitted navy suit, heels, and a no-nonsense demeanor. She descended the escalator like gravity didn't touch her. Apparently not. She turned to Jordan gently. "May I see your sketchbook?" Jordan hesitated, then handed it over. Page after page of intricate designs. Shoes. Faces. Dreams in pencil. Her eyes softened, then steeled. Whitmore asked, "What exactly did he do wrong, Mr. Brandt?" The guard fumbled. "Just loitering. Suspicious behavior. We've had reports." "And your protocol is to humiliate unarmed minors in public? Or just this one?" Silence. What the guard didn't know was that Camille Whitmore wasn't just a passing shopper. She was Glenridge Mall's new regional manager. And 25 years ago, she was Jordan. Not literally, but figuratively. Back then, she too had stood frozen under a mall guard's glare. Her only crime? Being a black girl waiting on her mama. That day had shaped her, hardened her. But she hadn't forgotten. Not even now. She turned to Jordan. "You like sneakers?" He nodded. She handed the sketchbook back and glanced at the sneaker store manager, who had emerged mid-drama. Whitmore said, "Give him 5 minutes. Let him sketch in peace. And next time you see talent like this, encourage it." She turned to the guard coldly. "We'll be reviewing your file." Jordan stood stunned. People murmured. A few applauded. Most just watched, wide-eyed, as Ms. Whitmore walked him toward the food court. Whitmore softly said to Jordan, "I know it doesn't feel like it, but the world is changing. Slowly. Painfully. But we need people like you in it." She handed him a card. Whitmore Design Fellowship Summer Program for Young Artists. Jordan, whispering, "You run this." She smiled. "I created it." Jordan's mother emerged just then, wiping her hands with a napkin, eyes flicking between her son and the sharply dressed woman beside him. Tasha asked, "Is everything okay?" Ms. Whitmore smiled, nodded. But Jordan's mind was still spinning. He looked back across the mall, at the faces that judged, laughed, stared. And then he saw someone else, on the far side of the second-floor railing, watching. A man in a charcoal suit. Older. Pale. Cold eyes locked on Jordan. No expression. No phone. Just watching. And when Jordan blinked, the man was gone. Jordan didn't know it yet, but that encounter wasn't over. The mall guard wasn't just a jerk on a power trip. He was protecting something. Or someone. And the man watching from the balcony? He'd been looking for Jordan for a very long time. That night, Jordan couldn't sleep. Ms. Whitmore had given him a card. A real opportunity. The Whitmore Design Fellowship. It felt surreal. Like a door had finally opened. But in the back of his mind, the man on the balcony haunted him. Jordan was curious. Who was he? Why did he look like he knew me? Why was he just staring? By Monday, the story had gone viral. A bystander had filmed the whole confrontation. Headline: Mall guard Harris's black teen gets humbled by female exec. Comments flooded in. This is why we need more people like Camille. That kid's art is incredible. I've been Jordan. But something deeper stirred online too. A thread under the video gained traction. It simply read, "That boy, he looks like someone I used to know." Ms. Whitmore invited Jordan and his mother to her office the following Friday. "I want to sponsor Jordan personally. His talent deserves more than just a summer program." Tasha was speechless. Her eyes filled with tears. We've never had anyone believe in him like this. But as Jordan handed over his sketchbook again, something slipped out from the back cover. A faded photo. Bent edges. It showed a man in military fatigues, holding a newborn. Jordan had never seen it before. Ms. Whitmore paused. "Where did you get this?" Jordan responded, I don't know. It was tucked inside." Tasha's face turned pale. Quietly she said, "That's Marcus." Whitmore asked, "Marcus Daniels?" "He was my mentor. In RDC. He disappeared in 2008. Tasha whispers, "He didn't disappear. He left. I was pregnant with Jordan. He said he'd come back. He never did." Jordan's breath caught in his throat. "You're telling me he's my father?" Tasha nodded, crying. "He wasn't a bad man, baby. But he was broken. After the army, he didn't know how to stay." Ms. Whitmore's face was tight. Her mind raced. The man she saw watching from the balcony. It was Marcus. Older. Gaunt. Haunted. But why come back now? That night, a letter was slid under their apartment door. No postage. No name. Just a single note, handwritten in shaky script. "Tell him I'm sorry. I never stopped watching. I just didn't know how to be his father. But I saw him. That day. And I'm proud." Jordan stared at it, unable to speak. Tasha sobbed silently at the kitchen table. Then the doorbell rang. Standing there was Ms. Whitmore, with a folded sheet of paper and red eyes. "He came to see me. After the incident. He asked about you. Said he was too ashamed to come forward." She handed Jordan a second letter. A drawing. From Marcus. It was Jordan. Standing tall. Holding a pencil like a sword. At the bottom, one word. "Forgive." The next morning, Jordan returned to the mall. Not to shop. Not to loiter. But to sketch. He sat at the same bench where he was humiliated, and he began to draw his father. A security guard passed by, but didn't say a word. People waved at him. Some even smiled. Jordan excited. "I used to think I was invisible. Now, I see myself. And maybe that's enough, for now." Ms. Whitmore's fellowship gave Jordan a place to grow. But the real gift? He started writing letters. To a P.O. box in Georgia. Every week. He didn't know if Marcus would ever write back. But he'd made his choice. He forgave. 2 months later, the sketch of Jordan and his father appeared at a local art showcase. It drew a crowd. A man stood in the back. Hood pulled low. Silent. When the showcase ended, he was gone. But under the sketch, someone had written in small print. "The man I wanted to be. And the son who became more than I ever was." And beside it, a medal. U.S. Army Valor Cross. Unclaimed, but left with purpose. Some stories aren't about heroes and villains. They're about pain passed down. And what happens when someone dares to break that cycle? Jordan was never loitering. He was waiting to be seen. And in a world that tried to silence him, his art spoke louder than hate ever could. Did this story move you? Do you believe in second chances, unseen fathers, and the power of art? Tell us in the comments. Have you ever been judged before someone knew your truth? Please like, comment, subscribe, and share this story. Let's spread empathy. Let's change the narrative. Because someone out there might just need to be seen. Hashtag within the crime, hashtag justice for Jordan, hashtag father and son, hashtag forgiveness is powerful. Subscribe for more real, emotional stories every week.